$22,000 in solicitor costs that the interim superintendent acknowledged you have spent thus far? Or would it be better to be more like the other districts I have watched online who do not try to hide behind things and control the very public they are supposed to serve? It is a public meeting and you all are public officials. So expect to be on video, on audio, and if that bothers you, then simply resign. I rest my case. Thank you.
All right, we're going to move on to the voting agenda. I'll remind board members of the clarification I sent out after the last meeting on voting and the terminology that is in accordance with Robert's rules. That when you're in favor of a motion, you'll say aye. When you're opposed, you'll say no when prompted. With that, can I have a motion to approve the October 20th, 2025 regular board meeting minutes?
So moved, Mayor Brennan.
Second, Steve here.
Moved and seconded. Is there any discussion?
Yes, there is. I sent a request into Ms. Mummer this afternoon, some revisions on the October 20th, 2025 meeting. It looks like out of the two that I asked for, one of them was done and one of them wasn't. My big problem here is under discussion of action of board minutes. Under the FT&S minutes, there is a Sunshine Act challenge. Now that's fine, but in order to have a Sunshine Act challenge, you must have a vote before you can object to the minutes. That in favor, no Sullivan, motion carried, should be above the Sunshine Act challenge, showing that the vote was taken like it was in the video shows, and then the Sunshine Act was called, not the other way around. It should not be sitting below the Sunshine Act challenge, because that doesn't say that the vote was already taken. That says it looks like the vote was taken after the Sunshine Act violation, which is not accurate according to the video.
Is there any further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say no.
No.
The ayes have it. Motion carries. Can I have a motion to approve the November 10th, 2025 work session minutes?
So moved, Mayor Brennan.
Is there a second?
Second, Danielle Brennan.
Any discussion?
Again, I wasted my time sending these into the board secretary. I have several problems with these. The ultimately arriving at the very process what the board members are being asked to follow is just a big you-know-what to me. Big middle finger. I don't like it. That's being snarky. That's that's not necessary, okay? And then we get down into a little bit further on this. Down at the bottom, it's asserting that it's a speaker position there. That is a microphone. That is a microphone. That is not a speaker. Microphone. We got to stop lying about things. That's not even correct. So Mr. Sullivan asserted that the speaker. I did not assert that speaker. I said microphone. That is wrong. And you once again didn't change that. So I took all my time to highlight this stuff and send it in, and nothing got changed. This proves why I don't do that, because y'all don't do it. You just move on with it, don't change anything in the minutes, or not accurate. So I want it reflected in this meeting's minutes that I disagree with all those items that I just relayed. All of them. I do not agree with them. If you so choose not to change them, I want it written in this minutes that I disagree with them.
Mr. Sullivan, we would ask that if you send that information in a little before 3:45 on the day of our public meeting, and give us a little more time, we might be able to, it just gives that professional courtesy, we might be able to make those adjustments for you. Thank you. But I do appreciate your attempt to get those to us in advance. Much appreciated.
Is there any further discussion? Ms. Davis.
I have a question. Under the Finance and Budget Committee report on the October 20th meeting, October 20th minutes, it has...
Are we on the work session or the review of the minutes?
We're not on the line, just voted. All right, no problem. Never mind. Okay. In the future, is it normal practice that Mr. Yerter make the motions for the different items on there? Or is it possibly better for him to ask for a motion, someone else makes the motion? Because if I'm correct, and please correct me if I'm not, he's the chair of that committee, right? At least I thought.
It's always been the practice of the chair of the committee to make the motion. I haven't been doing so since I've been the president. I've been asking for another motion, but our longstanding practice when I was the chairman.
chair that calls it?
When I was the chairman and not the president, I made the motions as well for my entire group.
Okay, is that how it says it on?
That's not mandated in Robert's rules.
Okay, okay.
Who makes it, that's been the standard practice.
Just a question. All
Yep.
right, thank you. Thank you.
Any further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say no.
No.
Ayes have it, motion carries. Steve?
Okay, Finance Property and Supply Committee report, I am gonna ask, does anybody have a letter or number they would like pulled? Please inform me now, please.
E. F. G1.
Excuse me, are there any other items that need to be pulled from the board? Okay,
Um,
I'd like, A vote. No one said that one already.
okay, is there anybody else? All right. And recommend approval for B, C, D. At this time,
I have a motion on the floor to approve Finance, Property, and Supply Committee items B, C, and D. Do I have a second?
Second, Kilgore.
Any discussion? I would just say that I am happy that the board is taking the step of announcing the official merge date for the Littlestown High School and Middle School for the start of next school year. I think that is going to be very meaningful for teachers, staff, and parents who are awaiting that decision. Anything further? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say no. Ayes have it, motion carries.
okay, recommend the approval of A, Maple Avenue School appraisal agreement.
Have a motion on the floor to approve the Maple Avenue Middle School appraisal agreement. Do I have a second?
Second, Daniel Brenneman.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Wait,
Aye.
I just don't understand why we don't get more than one, and maybe we do. Do we get more than one appraisal on this? Does anyone know?
We have two, so the gentleman who's looking at it already did his appraisal. He's waiting for us. The agreement was that we would do one and they would do one. So this would be to get our appraisal process started.
Okay, but do we ever, put like and I understand there's requirements in regards to, amount of money. But with that said, do we ever put out an RFP for even smaller amounts?
In this fashion, we do not.
Okay. All right, thank you.
And if I may clarify on that, Tom, you can back me up on this, I'm pretty sure I know what I'm talking about. Don't we have a judge that has to look this over on the final approval anyway? If
When it goes to
If it would go.
when it goes to sale. So we're protected in that aspect as well.
We would have to go through all the legal requirements, which would have to end up before a judge.
So that protects us.
Do the vote again. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Letter E, recommend approval for the following change order, graphic arts tech at classroom 1, 2, and 3.
I have a motion on the floor to approve the change orders. Do I have a second?
Second, Mary Brennan.
Is there any discussion? Hearing none, I'd like to ask for clarification one more time on the programmatic needs of the gym and what the requirements. Is that Dr. Moore?
Dr. Berryman, would you feel comfortable?
Can you repeat it though, please?
The programmatic needs and the students in the classroom and classes that it would be.
So the space that you looked at almost a month ago, I believe it was, and I went over this space with the two Mrs. Bradmans, Mrs. Bradman. So it would be for our design and build class for our 7th and 8th graders, which would be under Mr. Decker. So I did do some digging into that. Currently, Mr. Decker has 156 students this year. So that's 156 kids that will be serviced in that one area of the room that we looked at. And they have a CNC machine, a lathe. They go from designing what it is they're going to build, and they do everything from like bowls, serving trays, baseball bats, bin boxes. I don't really know what a bin box is, but bin boxes. So that's the one area. Jeremy is like smiling, so he must know what it is. So they make stuff. So that would be that one area, and then the other side is Mr. Kapik, who teaches at the middle school and the high school. So he services 2 different levels of students, and I apologize, I don't have the middle school number in front of me, but for the high school, he services over 60-some kids through digital media, photography, and commercial arts. So you're looking at well over 220, 230 kids a year that will be utilizing those space dumpsters.
All right then. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
No.
Opposed.
All right, F, recommend approval for the board contract with Labor Associates Construction for the 1990 window replacement school facilities improvement grant.
I have a motion on the floor. Do I have a second?
Second, Mary Brennan.
Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, say no.
No.
Just for clarification, Nick, if it would be okay to just recommend approval for G and just go 2 through 7.
Yep.
Recommend approval for payment of invoices on G, number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7.
I have a motion on the floor for approval of payment of invoices 2 through 7. Do I have a second?
Second, Danielle Brennan.
Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say no. Ayes have it. Motion carries.
Recommend approval for G1.
I have a motion on the floor for the general fund checks. Do I have a second?
Second, Mary Brennan.
We're getting a lot of action tonight there. Any discussion?
I'm just not happy with what I saw in the solicitor bills. I'd like to elaborate on that in the future, but in the meantime, I'm not happy with it.
What does that mean? Mr. Sullivan, what does that mean?
I have to do a little more research with Dr. Moyer on the invoices. I just have some questions, and I'm gonna have to go back in and talk to him and review them again. So I really don't want to be definitive, but I do have some concerns.
Any other discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no.
No.
Opposed.
Treasury report is noted. End of report.
Under the personnel report, does anyone have anything that they'd like to be pulled and voted on separately? Hearing none, can I have a motion to approve personnel items A through G?
Those motion to approve the,
Have a motion on the floor, do I have a second?
Steve Yurker, second.
Is there any discussion?
It's great to see some of these young guys coming back and giving back that heat good program. Aiden, Dylan, and Justin here too. I recognize. I think it's fantastic.
and the draw of the great talent of, this is the other one.
Yes. And two retired Denver teachers come back to help. Okay. Awesome.
All right. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Motion carries. Personnel report. Curriculum policy, does anyone have any items they'd like to be pulled and voted on separately?
I'd like to pull B4 and B6.
Okay. Can I have a motion to approve the ratification of the student disciplinary hearing held on October 22nd, 2025?
So moved.
Motion on the floor, do I have a second?
Steve Yurker, second.
Any discussion? Would need to occur in executive session. Is there any? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Ayes have it. Motion carries. Can I have a motion to approve board policies 1, 2, 3, and 5?
So moved. Daniel Brennan.
Seconded, Wayne Sullivan.
Is there any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Ayes have it. Motion carries. Can I have a motion to approve policy 320, freedom of speech by employees?
So moved, Mary Brennan.
Second, Jim Westler.
Any discussion? I'd like to clarify this information from the comment. As stated last week, our solicitor, Mr. Walker, has reviewed policy 320 along with the team at Staxton and Stubb and believes that it is in full compliance with the law, follows PSBA recommendations, and is common language in board policy across the Commonwealth. Anything further? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no.
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 The ayes have it, motion carries. Can I have a motion to approve policy 827, conflict of interest?
So moved, Jim Westler.
Your second,
Second, Phil Brennan.
any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no.
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 The ayes have it, motion carries. End of CC&P report. Steve, ACTI.
ACTI remains the same at this point in time. Next month, I will have more information to share.
There is no current update from PSBA except for the fact,
I think we can share.
I'm gonna share it out here. We, as the board discussed, with Mark and Connie about the superintendent posting, we were given the option of a PSBA posting on their website. It was our understanding that that was a benefit to membership. We got word today that it's $525 to post it on their website and $575 if we want it pinned to the top. So, very disappointing news from PSBA after we rejoined membership. When we pay over $15,000 a year
The membership.
I believe, for all access membership, to not be permitted to post our superintendent posting without additional charge. So, we would like PSBA to provide us better service. So, that's my PSBA report.
Saying that, are we gonna pay the additional money and have it posted?
That would be the decision of the board. So I can take a consensus at this point with the board, and we will direct Mark and Connie and Gary accordingly. So we'll start with Mr. Sullivan.
I say no, we didn't do it last time.
Mr. Yerger,
I say yes to get the exposure.
Ms. Brennan, Mrs. Ewing.
You think we get that many more applicants if you put it there? Because isn't it going on the superintendent site?
They're posting it to PASA, and I believe ours, I think that they said.
Ours.
But I think that they said that correct me if I'm wrong, I think they said a lot of people are.
PSBA is an area where people that are searching typically look, and it does go through the entire Commonwealth of Pennsylvania.
Ms. Bates.
Is that, I have a question, is that the only place, those places that you mentioned, are they the only places that it would be posted? Or will they be doing other advertising besides?
I'd have to go back and look to be certain. I believe that Pennsylvania Association of School Administrators they're posting it. Pennsylvania Association of Rural and Small Schools. We posted it today on our district website. And I think that is the extent, unless I'm missing something from our packet.
So I would say, initially, no. I would say no, let's see how we do for a little while. And then if we don't get anything that we are looking for, then we can always post it in the future, correct? Or you can always post it maybe, I don't know, 2, 3 weeks, months from now.
You're looking at time.
But I think
You're looking at time.
And what date your application is closed, Gary, or closed? So you're.
Yeah.
Phil?
I would say we should probably consider knocking our membership down a couple notches and not paying